What's going on, guys? Haxa here with another episode of Skul the Hero Slayer. Thank you for being here as always. One thing I just want to say here at the start is I'm actually really just genuinely blown away by the response to the Pokemon Emerald Rogue video. Like, in the first day, it barely had any views, and I was like, well, that was expected. But, you know, it is what it is. And it's slowly but surely since then gained, like, more views than any of my more recent Skul the Hero Slayer videos, so that's encouraging. I'm very interested in branching out from Skul the Hero Slayer, but you're obviously never giving up Skul the Hero Slayer because we're 2 months into like the patch with no end in sight. You know, back in the day, the devs would have given us a dev blog and been like, "Hey, things are on the way," but you don't get that anymore. Not to be too salty here at the start, but so branching out and doing other stuff is like, it's fun. It's something that I enjoyed a lot, and Pokemon Emerald Rogue is a great game, and I'm glad that people are responding well to it, and I plan on doing more soon. Currently the plan is on Saturdays to do Pokemon Emerald Rogue, but I might even bump it up. Like, if people like it that much, I might even do it multiple times a week. We'll see. I have to feel the room out, you know? See how the next video does as well, but either way, I just appreciate there's people giving the other content a chance, and also I imagine the algorithm boosted me a little bit as well. The YouTube algorithm just it's an enigma, man. The people who understand that shit, you guys, I mean, how the fuck did you wrap your head around this? It makes no sense to me personally, but you know what? I'll take it. If it's gonna boost me this time, I guess I'll just accept it and be grateful. Fuck, man, I don't know, dude. But just talk about. Oh, I did not realize this thing was alive. Talk about this run here. I don't know what I want to do. I grabbed the pikeman because it had an ability on it that I like. There's a bunch of abilities on the pike, or there's 2 abilities on the pike that I'm not exactly a fan of, though I should stop being so hostile towards the where are they, I'm gonna grab that just in case we do go a poison route. And here's another prisoner. I mean, we did just do a prisoner, but I actually have a prisoner run I'm very interested in doing. This is something I've mentioned in the past few videos, something that was quote-unquote discovered recently about prisoner is it actually passes on its cursed chest buffs to the partner skull as well. Like, it's like a permanent buff to everyone on the team. So, and I know someone asked for a prisoner run where I have like mutant. Let me see if it's labeled king here. Apparently not. I know someone asked for a mutant prisoner run. Mutant, maybe? Or it was like, I don't know. But either way, I know someone asked for it, and I think I'm actually going to pick this up. I want to, I really want to do more tests with the king skull. And every king run I've done to date has been solo king. But this time, it's not going to be solo king. It's going to be king with someone else, because there are plenty of things that need to be tested. Which also means, for now, I'm not going to upgrade anything else, except I'm going to spend all of the bone shards I get to upgrading this king. I want to get him to legendary as quickly as possible, so I can get cursed chest as quickly as possible. Get my cursed chest going, and then I can see how it affects my other skull, which means I'm probably going to be taking a lot of skull shards for now. Just I want to get to legendary ASAP. Hopefully, potentially before Act 3, but that's asking for a lot. I would be shocked. Like, I've had my the last couple of king runs I've done. I've gotten my king pretty early, in the grand scheme of things, at least. But getting him before Act 3 would be the ideal, because I want to get as many cursed chests as possible. And the sooner you can start seeing cursed chests, the better. God, king is just so good, though. The only thing that's going to be affected by, on the king on this build is the cells are not going to be as useful as they normally are. We're not going to have like that high stacked king. It's going to be more about building just getting cursed chests, which, like I said, is a bit of an issue as well, because that just means we have to. We're very, very pressured to get the king as early as possible. So hopefully we find like the harpy early. We find the remaining one, and they give me a good skull, and we just find lots and lots of skull rooms. That is the ideal here. Man, the devs need to fix this room a little bit. Like, you almost never spawn it. Like, even a casual player would very rarely ever spawn it. Like, walk over here and spawn in this layer of enemies. I only do it because I'm min-maxing and I want as much money as I can get. But, like, there's... Like, I bet a lot of players didn't even know that that was there. Because you have no reason to go over there. Most of the times that, that there's, like, an invisible spawn point for enemies like that, there's, like, something to entice you to walk over there, like a shrine or something. But not this time. It's very interesting, very weird. Rider could be good. I know I have some Rider run requests at the very least. I know I have like... What's happening? Why am I not finding it? Oh, is it because I'm... Yeah, maybe I'm at the bottom of the document. Rider. What is happening? I know I have Rider runs. I don't know. This is like part of the problem. I really need to stop using a notepad file. I keep saying that and I keep not doing it. I'm a procrastinator, okay, guys? This is something you have to learn about me. God, I just need to download one of these things that you guys sent me. I think I'll do that today, and not just say it, I'll actually do it. Because if I can't find my run request, that's obviously bad, and I can't just spend a bunch of time sitting there control finding through a notepad file to try and find my run requests. What is the I wonder what the why can't the defensive aspect of prisoners' dead cells do? I like the green buff. I couldn't think of survival. There we go. I couldn't think of the dead cells term. I don't know what that does in Skul the Hero Slayer. Probably it makes your defense higher, but I don't know. Since we're doing swap things, I could justify the unknown seed, but also this rear blast looking kind of nice, even though I don't have a good way to activate it right now. I don't know. I mean, Mana Cycle on Rider is actually good. That sold me. Mana Cycle on Rider is like a very, very, very good thing to have. Mana Cycle 2, that is. Mana Cycle 4, I don't... What does it do again? Skill damage amplification is actually not bad, but you need really good items to justify it. Like, hang on 1 second. Mana Cycle items that already boost your damage %, and there's not a lot of them. So, because that's a lot of item slots to dedicate to something where damage % does the same thing anyways, and that's kind of one of the issues with Skul the Hero Slayer. Something that 1.5 did a good job with, but it's, you know, kind of hard to completely fix it because damage % is just, it reigns supreme. It's the king. You can give all of these other inscriptions like the ability to make your damage better all you want, but there's still not a lot that's better than just stacking your damage % very high. And it's just kind of the reality of Skul. Also, I think we low rolled this act. Did we? Yes, we did. God, so we low rolled our doors. Bad vibes. That is not a good start. But we'll make the most of it, because, you know, you kind of have to. I have no choice but to make the most of it. But still, I'm unhappy. I don't think I'm going poison on this build, although it's not like it would necessarily be a bad thing. Could be worse. I'll buy that just to hedge my bets, but like I'm not planning on I'll buy that too. I'm not planning on going super hard into poison. But like I said, hedge my bets. But after I got the prisoner, the vibes on this run changed. Like, we're no longer like, we have a very concrete plan moving forward, and it's to get high damage. Who would have thought that that would be a plan in Skul the Hero Slayer? Oh, we're getting lucky here. A natural legendary does it for me, but like I said, we low rolled our doors. So the odds of that happening are very slim, and I'm not coping that hard, you know. I don't expect to get my my king before Act 3, but now it's actually within reason for me to get it in Act 3, which before I was thinking it might be Act 3 Part 2 by the time we get our king, but we can maybe do it at the start of Act 3 since we got some of those lucky some of those lucky skulls. Getting a bunch of uniques is a good thing. Just keep going. I'm really hoping that I get some heals coming forward, because we really want to get that World Tree Seed up and ready. It's a decent item. World Tree Seed used to be trash, so I'm glad the devs made the changes they did to it, but I don't think they quite fixed it. I don't know why they made it attached to like swapping, and I also don't know why they made the cooldown so high to get like the Giga buff from World Tree Seed. It's not like it's that strong. There's way stronger things in Skul, and I don't get why it's on such a large cooldown. It's strange to me. I feel like they could have gotten away with just making it like regularly powerful by like, I don't know, shortening the cooldown to like 30 seconds and putting it on skill use. That's my take though. It's not like I'm I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about World Tree Seed. It's better than I give it credit. I'm always open to being wrong, even though it's pretty rare. I'm just kidding. Let's just continue on our path here. We're doing a good job. Don't know how to feel about our build yet. I'm not really looking to do rapidity. This is just kind of how things have ended up. And also, I could stand to have misfortune. If I see like thief armor, I'm probably gonna grab that. Because that's a really good misfortune item to have. It gives me some nice crit percent with just having misfortune, and then we can really start applying poison. But also actually poison could be a very good thing on this build, because the cursed chests are going to carry my damage percent without me needing a lot of item slots to do it. So that actually is an argument in favor of having I'm going to grab the fucking thing there for sure. That's a good argument in favor of me continuing down this path. I'm going to get rid of this and buy this HP just to kind of help my World Tree Seed along here. All right, so we're close to being able to get out of here. Like, the problem is we're probably going to be one skull shard off from getting our Act 3 Part 1 King Skull. That's going to be very tilting, and it's probably about to happen. So prepare yourselves. I'm probably going to go on a malding rant where I am very upset about Skul the Hero Slayer's RNG fucking me over. Get ready. It's one of those classic Haxa rants. Oh, okay. Let's see. Is this the last room? And it is. We're fucked. Well, there it is. You know, I'm not as bad as I thought I was gonna be. Just I guess I kind of like braced myself for it. It's not that big of a deal. We'll just have to do our kings. We'll have to kind of high roll our king a little bit in the last half of the game to get the like general 3 cursed chests that I like to have on my king runs. But maybe we'll get even more. Who knows? Excuse me. This run is all about testing the limits of king. Earl did a video on this one recently. I haven't seen it, so it's like new to me. But I'm sure some of you guys saw it. It's going to be interesting to see how exactly good passing on the curse chest buffs to your partner skull is. And this is something that's like uniquely, like it's tailor-made for me, because not a lot of people build 2 skulls in this game. I'm always telling you guys you should be doing it, but no one listens. So this is like a Haxa bona fide, like Haxa certified fresh, Rotten Tomatoes. It has a 100% 1 critic review, and it's me. And I'm just praising the recent discovery of finding the cursed chest buff passes on to the partner skull. All of that was to say, in my long-winded, stupid, roundabout way, that I am very excited about this discovery, because I build 2 skulls in every one run, pretty much. There's only a few skulls where I don't build 2 skulls, and like it's very interesting to know that King, who is a skull I've always considered to be a you stack it and focus exclusively on it skull, actually is like the perfect partner skull, basically. I'm very excited about this run. Usually I don't do king runs very close together like this, but hey, I'm feeling it now. And we also, oh man, we actually are on a pretty good poison run here. We have our maxed poison here. You know what? I think I'm going to stick with the poison. It's just like how, you know, approaching death and all of this good poison, like we just have like really good poison items. There's pretty much the cream of the crop, except for maybe Decayed Heart. But also, I'm kind of... Normally, I don't have good things to say about the syringe, because I think it kind of goes counter to what you should be doing on a poison run. And this is something I feel like I deserve some explaining, because a lot of people really like the discarded syringe. The problem with discarded or disposable syringe is it requires you to have crit percent, and poison scales off of your damage percent, not your crit percent. So this like kind of further stretches out your strategies, where normally you would be scaling your damage percent to make your poison do as much damage as possible. With disposable syringe, you're adding an extra layer of strategy you need to engage in, where you also need to get misfortune. So that's an extra item slot taking up space in your arsenal. So you're spreading your strategies thin, and then you also, on top of that, need to have enough item slots, which leaves you really only 4 technically, to give you good damage percent. So that's part of my issue with disposable syringe. I think Decayed Heart is a much better poison spread item, because it doesn't require you to spread your strategies thin to use it. You just need to like take damage, and then your poison spreads, and it also spreads to other enemies naturally from Decayed Heart. Decayed Heart is a really good poison item, but on a run like this where we're gonna have an outside source of damage percent to help us, I think we can make disposable syringe work very well, because we're gonna have naturally high damage percent anyway, thanks to the curse chest. Copium, actually, no, hopium. That's actually hopium. If I don't get a lot of curse chests on this run, that's like against the norm you would expect. So for once, it's not copium. It's like it's hopium, and if I don't get it, it's dopium, and not the good kind of dope, the bad kind of dope. There, I said it. Okay, so this shop, we actually don't have enough. I wish I had a little more money here, but I'm kind of low-key looking at this, quite frankly. But let's refresh. Fuck it. This could be good, actually. But I don't think it's a long-term item. This is good. Actually, this is good. This is really good. This is like pretty much the perfect item for a run like this. Very tempted to get rid of the kendo stick here. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the kendo stick. I do not like the kendo stick. I've made that very clear. I even had a longtime viewer, Raccoon Mom, which shout out to you, request like the worst run I've ever heard in my life, and I know that they did it on purpose. Which, hey, you know, you can troll me all you want. Freaking, it was like a Rapidity Gravedigger, and I have to keep kendo stick to the end, and I know that was requested, because I am always complaining about how much I dislike kendo stick, which I am going to do that eventually, but it's going to be very painful when I get around to that. It's like my nightmare run, basically. I couldn't imagine a much worse run request. I also had someone one time request a Sore Yaksha build. I don't mind you guys trolling me. It's actually pretty funny, so feel free if you have like ridiculous run requests like that. Go for it, baby. I'm gonna let you spread your wings, okay? Y'all can do what you want, and eventually I'll get around to it. But the reason it's gonna be a while before I get around to that Rapidity Kendo Stick Nightmare Gravedigger run is because I have like my dream run that involves the Gravedigger that I'm going to do it one day. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be the best run ever. It's going to be Reaper, Gravedigger, and I'm gonna, you know, get like maximum damage on my Reaper, and then I'm going to stack damage percent extremely high, and I'm gonna place down like Macbeth, and I'm gonna swap out into my Reaper, and then the Macbeth is gonna be doing damage based off of the Reaper's damage percent, and that's gonna be like the craziest shit you've ever seen in your life. You're never gonna see bigger damage numbers than on that run. It's like the run I've been dying to get for a long time. I just can't find the Reaper early enough to make it happen. But there's also other, like, see, that's a hard run to do because it requires multiple skulls. But there are other skulls that I'm very interested in testing this strategy out on as well. If you want to see some old, or vintage Haxa content from July, that's vintage these days, watch my Reaper and, I think I'm going to take this quint. My Reaper and my Warlock run, where I did this but with the meteors from Warlock, and it was very, very good. And in my opinion, you can do much better than that. But that's just like the concept in action. So very fun run, worth watching, even though it's older. Go back and check it out. If anything, just watch the first hero fight, because that's where I discovered this strategy. Like I wasn't thinking on that level for the whole run until I got to the first hero. And then when I figured that out, it was like fucking incredible. And ever since then, I've been dying to get the run that I'm talking about here. But it eludes me, man. It's an elusive thing. I'm going to go back up and spawn the ints. I just want to destroy these things first. All right, here now we'll summon the ants. See, that's what I'm talking about, where they have like a shrine there to entice you, to make you step onto that, and then you spawn in the ints that you don't need to spawn in. But that room in Act 1 I was talking about doesn't have anything like that, so it's really weird. I don't get why it's built the way it is. Probably not on purpose. Oh, I forgot to upgrade my rider accidentally. Oh, and there's a harpy that's actually useful. Very rare dub from the harpy. I always like to point it out whenever she shows up when I need her. Good stuff. Thank you, harpy. If only you could always be this good, you and I would get along a lot more. Okay, these guys are annoying. There's one more, yeah. Don't think I forgot about you, bozo. There we go. So far, we don't even have a curse chest. We didn't get any chests so far, which is unfortunate. We want to get this king off the ground. We're gonna get him really going. Predator could be interesting, but I'm pretty set on my my rider. I want to stack this really high. Speaking of stacking high, perfect item here. We're gonna grab it. I guess I'll get rid of. We don't have rapidity right now, right? Yeah, we don't. And rapidity was never meant to be a part of this build, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. This is how I can get misfortune, even though, actually, it won't be bad because we'll be able to stack our damage percent very high, thanks to the. Wait, do we have courage right now? We don't. I can get rid of this, I think. Yeah, I can get rid of this. Which means we have low-ish damage percent right now, but once we start getting curse chests, that's not gonna matter. This is a run where I can actually be very free with my items. And now we actually have pretty high crit rate, so the disposable syringe is proccing a lot. We have consistent poison at this point, very consistent poison. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Here's our first chest in general, not the chest I'm looking for, but I'll still take it. Let's make this quick, Mr. King. I'll take that over the ice crossbow. Aw, man, I love when you start getting the dead cell skills, man. It's so fun. Like, this is just like... God, it's such a well-designed skull. The fucking devs killed it when they were... Like, this is their magnum opus, man. Like, when they made the King skull... When they added Prisoner to the game, that was awesome, okay? We all thought it was awesome. But he didn't have the King upgrade until 1.3. When we got King into the game, man, the devs just... Good lord, did they fucking absolutely kill it. It's like the perfect implementation of a crossover character I've ever seen. Like, it's flawless, man. And then and no offense to Deads. Actually, I shouldn't say this. I don't know, this is a little mean. I just think the little bone skin in Dead Cells is fucking scary looking. I don't know what it is. There's something about it that just puts me off, man. They did a good job implementing Lil Bone's weapon. It's like perfect, I would say. But the skin is scary looking. I don't know why. I think it's just cursed because it's like it's tall Lil Bone. It doesn't feel right, you know? I don't know how others feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. And like I said, no offense to the Dead Cells devs. I hope they never see this because they're fucking incredible devs. Probably some of the best indie devs I've ever... Like, one of the most communicative and passionate, clearly, about their game indie dev teams I've ever seen. I have nothing but good things to say about them. And I have mostly good things to say about Southpaw. The only complaints I have about Southpaw is their recent lack of communication. Yeah, I just miss the dev updates, man. The blogs and stuff. It was good times. We might get our World Tree Seed here. I would really hope we do. Nope. Not yet. We don't have any HP scaling, so there's no point in picking something like this up. Honestly, this is like a really bad, this is not a good, this is not a good treasure chest. There we go. My mind fucking having a mind fart came up with trest instead of treasure chest. I'm kind of looking at this, but also at the same time, not really. Like, I guess we don't need this anymore. Like, our basics aren't really that important. 20% is less than this. Poison. Oh yeah, actually, Stone of the Plague is actually really good here, because we have very consistent application of poison, to the point to where it's like there's really no point in not having this. Our poison is, we're gonna have almost constant boosts from the Stone of the Plague. I'm glad I realized that before I got out of here. I might have, did I lose heirloom with that? I don't think I had heirloom on anything else. Not that I care. Heirloom's a really good inscription, but it's not like a necessary inscription. It's kind of like one of those bonus inscriptions that you just kind of usually end up getting on a run because so many good items have heirloom on it. But we don't need it, so we're doing fine. Act 4 is going to be change of pace, hopefully. I really want to start seeing some curse chests. That's the whole point of this build. So if the game doesn't, you know, start giving me some curse chests, it's like, what are we doing this for? Why do we have this king at all? These are the questions, and they don't have easy answers. So hopefully the game starts being a little kind and giving me what I'm asking for here. But this run is already very powerful, so it's like, even if we don't get what I'm looking for, like, I'm not at all even slightly disappointed about this run. We're on a king run. We're feeling good. We're doing a lot of damage, and we're on a poison build. Like, a poison king build is not something I ever expected to be doing. Mostly because whenever I'm doing a king build, I want to be doing damage percent stuff. But you know what? I'm happy with where we're at right now. Just more curse chests. Now I see a chest up there. Please let it be a curse chest. That's what I'm looking for here. Don't hurt me. And one thing that is never mentioned about the king, because it's never comes into play, at least on my videos, is the king swap is actually pretty decent, and it's not a curse chest, which is unfortunate. Game, at least I want at least 2, man. 2 would be like good, but 3 is what I'm looking for. I can't remember if this is good. Is it better than this? I think I'll take it. Well, okay, that's actually not a dickhead legendary. It's actually a useful legendary. We're done with our skull rooms now. Thank you, Yaksha, for showing up and giving me bone shards. Yaksha's not on cooldown or anything. I just didn't feel like using him here. But once again, no curse chest. The game is not being very kind to me. But, you know, it is what it is. We're still making the best of what we have here. This is not something I ever... Invisible Knife, Rider, it seems to be actually pretty dang good right now. Literally any one of these items, if I duplicate them, I'll be happy with. Crimson Sun, Dawn of the Crimson Sun, give me that. Plague Stone. I could get that. Actually, I don't think I can afford to have this. I mean, I guess I could get it over this. It's only 10% extra damage. Oh, no, it's actually, it's much more than that. It's 40%. Okay, fuck that then. See ya. As much as I enjoy this item, we don't need it. We have a poison application through other means. The only thing is, Joan phase 1 might be a little bit difficult, but our damage percent's getting up there now. Stone of the Plague is like a interesting addition. Come on, dog. Show up instantly after I get rid of you. This happens to me way too often. The items I get rid of are always begging to come back on my builds. But I refuse. I've made my decision. I stand by it. There's Decayed Heart. Not something we can take right now because our build doesn't justify it. But, you know, it's an item that I have nothing but nice things to say about, which is very contrasted by how I felt about it when 1.5 first came out. I remember explicitly saying I think it's bad because it's an on-hit item effect, and I'm not normally a fan of those. But the good thing about Decayed Heart is It's not just on hit item effect, it has a bonus effect attached to it that is not tied to that. Is that the halfling? I'm not gonna free it. No, oh my, it's the halfling. Good lord, it's just stuck behind that pile of rubble and I can't see behind it, so I have no fucking clue. Just taking a guess. It's not worth it to free the halfling there, just in case. Like, it's not worth it to free whatever that was. There's no NPC I'm really... Like, I'm not looking for any specific NPC at this point. I've got all the good ones, basically. So we're cruising. Can I kill this guy? Yep. With a swap. Something you normally wouldn't be doing on a king build. Also, still no cursed chests. I just want to point that out. I don't know the odds of getting a cursed chest. I don't think they're rare, is the thing. So I think I'm just getting really unlucky. Which is unfortunate. Game, please, you have to help me. Give me a little boost, baby. We've been through this song and that's plenty of times at this point, Skul the Hero Slayer. Also, mage again. This is not going to be an easy mage fight. This is actually a very bad set of skulls to be doing the mage with. What, did I miss her? No, I didn't. Just, oh. Can I hit her here? Yes, I can. Alright, very, very poor, placement from the mage there. There we go. We're doing a decent job against her. Still a hard fight with these two skulls. But, I guess it could be worse, right? Because we're just strong. And just being strong is, like, enough to just help you along. And we also, like, even without the curse chest, our damage percent is good. So, like, despite being on a poison build, which normally has problems with damage percent, we're still doing just fine thanks to the double Stone of the Plagues. This is a very interesting build. Very interesting indeed. And hopefully now, game, you'll reward me with some cursed chests. Would be very nice. I would say thank you if you did. You know, I'm a nice guy. You know, saying thank you is important. You always gotta be polite. I would do so. So if you wanna, you know, oh, there it is. Thank you, thank you. I wasn't lying. See, I said thank you. Let's get it. What is in here? Oh, I have to be king. Give me my buffs and my debuff. I'll take my debuff too. Take the good and the bad, and that's just a strict upgrade. There we go. Yeah, so now we're going to be taking more damage, but we're going to be dealing more damage too. We need more of those though. One curse chest is not enough. We need multiple curse chests here to really get the full value of it. It's one of those effects that stacks very high, so. Can we kill him? Oh yeah, by the way, this is something I pointed out in my last rider video, which I'm sure a lot of you guys still don't know. So I'll point out here again. Also, there is our World Tree Seed finally. The rider, when it's on its bike, is actually a transformation, and the secondary ability that you have here, whenever you're on your bike, is actually an entirely new ability than what it is when you're off your bike. Also, this is actually tempting. This is very tempting, actually. I'm gonna buy this, leave it on the ground. But this is like the perfect run for something like that. I'm just gonna see if I can get Fulgent here. Fuck Fulgent Dawn. Fuck Fulgent Dawn, bro. I'm sick of Fulgent Dawn ditching me on my runs. But as you can see, our magic is now 300% with no investment. That's thanks to the curse chest we have. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Hellbike, the secondary ability you have. See, now we have. I'm just gonna demonstrate in here, even though it's a bit of a waste. So let's use our chain ability here. See that? That's a thing. And then we use Hellbike, and then we have a new ability here. And I can only use this one once. I think I need Mana Cycle on this build. But as you saw there, it was a completely new ability. It has its and it has its own separate cooldown as well. It's actually a very interesting thing that for some reason went unnoticed by the Skul the Hero Slayer community at large until it was sent to me in my Discord DMs by a person. Ooh, Hopefully that doesn't happen again. That was like a very... that was like my computer stuttering a little bit there. Which, if you're not a regular viewer of the channel, I do have a really crappy computer. And it does struggle through video recording sometimes. So hopefully that's a one-time thing. But let's ignore it and move on. The right thing to do. Let's jump on our bike here and see if we can't. Okay, yeah, this run is this runs into busted territory, literally because of the freaking gunpowder sword, which is just one of the most broken items in all of Skul the Hero Slayer. So to the shock of maybe some new players who haven't used it yet, but to veteran players who are familiar with Skul the Hero Slayer, they're just like, yeah, that was the expected outcome of picking up gunpowder sword. Gunpowder sword and invisible knife together on the same build. Pretty crazy stuff. You can do... It's really one of the reasons, like, gunpowder sword exclusively, as well as invisible knife, actually, these days. But those two items alone skyrocket crit percent builds into, like, the top tier of Skul the Hero Slayer builds. Because it's just that powerful. So I'm still holding on to the hope that we get at least one more cursed chest, but it's not looking... Yeah, this is Joan, so we're not getting another cursed chest before Joan. I don't think they can spawn in here. And that it is what it is. We did get a Act 3 Part 2 King, so it was kind of expected. Let's see how this Joan fight goes. I'm not worried about it. I think I'm going to kick her ass. Actually, that was downplaying it. I'm not just going to kick her ass. She's, like, going to get melted, I think. I kind of want to save my bike skill for phase 2, but it might be wise to use it in phase 1, but I don't know. I'll see what King can do here. But the thing is, the gunpowder sword with this, I'm sorry, I was getting distracted by trying to destroy these things. The gunpowder sword with the bike skill is, like, ridiculous, as you can see. It's actually, like, kind of maybe too crazy. Quite frankly, it's a little much, you know. It's extra. It's so good it's extra. I can kill her here. Okay, so I saved my bike skill specifically for phase 2 here. I'm going to try and get her very quickly here. I'm going to try and melt her instantly. We got her there with that. She can't hurt me right now. And she's dead. No, Joan! God, this is why I hate Joan, for the record. I mean, we still melted her. She cheated. That's cheating, okay? That was an insta-kill. She can't take that away from me. Screw Joan. She's a jerk. Enough said. Joan is a jerk. This is overkill. I don't need this. Even though I guess I could justify it. But get rid of what is the question. This is on the chopping block, I suppose. I could get... But like I said, it's overkill. I think this is better. Though, is the question? Do we... Hidden Blade 4 is the thing that's... oh, excuse me. Hidden Blade 4 is the thing that's on the... Actually, yeah, Hidden Blade 4, fuck it. Over this. So we went full crit here. Got rid of the World Tree Seed. Lost a little bit of damage percent for that, but in my opinion, worth it. You'll see against First Hero Phase 1 why that was a good decision. Alright, one more Curse Chest. Please, game. We can still get Curse Chest on the way to the First Hero. We have 2 more chances after this. Though that is a little bit of copium on my part, but I'm holding on. You know, nothing wrong with a little bit of copium sometimes. Come on, game. Don't do me like this. Can I get something good here? Nope. I'm gonna... I don't need that. Is Wisp actually worth... Actually, I think Wisp is worth taking here. Yeah, Wisp is worth taking. Fuck it, we'll take the Wisp. And this is my kit. What an interesting build. Very interesting. Not normally the way I build runs. I am very interested in the usefulness of Stone of Plague combined with Disposable Syringe, actually. Something I've not really... And also Decay... It works with Decayed Heart, too. But Stone of Plague is normally a poison item I avoid because I feel like it's a little bit... I don't know. It's like... It's not giving you extra poison application. It's damage percent stacking. But without something like Decayed Heart or Disposable Syringe, I feel like it's a big ask. But, okay, no, I thought maybe that would be a cursed chest. It's not. So 1 cursed chest, unfortunate. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll make the best of it, you know? We still got really high damage percent on this build. Maybe this means I can just take King more often than I usually do. Sometimes I don't take King, and like, if I see him too early or late. But I feel like it just makes sense here. Like, now that we know this about the King, I have more incentive to take him more often. So we might be seeing King more often on this channel from moving forward. Like, just casual King runs, you know? It's not something I'm used to doing. Let's see how this... Oh, by the way, look at King's run animation. I love it. It's like one of the most detailed run animations. It's so interesting. Look at... let's compare it to Ryder's. Like, Ryder is just kind of like moving along, you know? Like, he doesn't swing his arms or anything. But King, he's like a football player running it down to the fucking touchdown, you know? Like, you better not be in his path when he's running like this. He will fuck you up. Who do I want to lead with here? Probably the Rider, actually. So let's swap out to the Rider. Actually, no, okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lead with King, and then I'm going to swap to the Rider and get that sweet, sweet damage. So let's do this. All right. All right, Mr. First Hero. You, my friend, and I hate to pull this on you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're not gonna. You're like very, very, very dead. Wow, I took a lot of damage there. Not that it matters. And he is dead. All right, there. It's kind of exactly what I expected to happen. This is going to be one of those builds where I glitch him at the start here. I think he's going to fall right to the ground. Well, I did glitch him, but he didn't do what I expected him to do. Okay, he's dead. Is he dead? Actually, yeah, we did get him. Okay, good. All right, and for the record, we have a very, very, very easy screen break at the end of this here. Whenever you have Rider, it's free. Which, you know, I think most people can figure that out because just the way Rider is, like, the bike skill is, it's going to send me flying into the wall. So, but yeah. I mean, this was kind of the expected result here. Even though he did quite a number on me in phase 1, it didn't matter. I was always going to kick his ass here. Let me go ahead and wisp it up here. So what the goal here is going to be to try and get the secondary skill here into the windscreen. I think I was too early. You can kind of see it there. You can kind of see it there. You can see like the things surrounding him here. GG's, man. Good lord, what a run. Like, what more can I say about this? Fucking destroyed. And also under 30 minutes, which is, for a casual run, pretty dang good. Most of my runs are over 30 minutes, but that's just... I think every King run I do is basically like a low time, just because of how powerful the King is. And really the Rider, too. The Rider is also a top-tier skull, one of the strongest in the game. And today I learned that Gunpowder Sword and Invisible Knives and crit percent stacking on Rider is very, 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 very good. I don't think I've ever done this on the channel, so it's like it's not news to me, like, because Gunpowder Sword and Invisible Knife are just good, crazy items in general. And on the strongest single, like, and this is something that I think people will mostly agree with. Rider's bike skill is the single strongest button press in the entire game. Even more than Hunt, because Hunt is like a button press that does a lot, but you need to also combo it with other button presses. But just pressing Rider's skill, you press one button and it does so much damage. So that's what I mean by that. And combining that with these items was just ridiculous, like, quite frankly. And King, obviously, getting the one curse chest, a little disappointing. But also, today I learned, and this is something I used to say, and I don't think I can say it anymore. The King is actually a good partner skull. He is, like, and we didn't know this until we rediscovered, and like I said, in a million quotation marks, because it's just us not paying attention as a community, that his curse chest buff passes on to the partner. So that's good news for me, especially. We're gonna start seeing King more often on this channel. I like, normally whenever I see the King in Act 3, I don't take him. I think that's gonna change. Like if I am doing a run and I don't know what my partner Skull is by Act 3, I'm still gonna take the fucking king if I see him, you know? Things are different now. We're in a new era. Poison on this run was very, very good. Holy shit, man. I did not expect that at all. Like, at all. Very shocking that disposables, like maybe I was too harsh on this item. Under the right circumstances, especially on a build like this, it can do a lot. Though I would also say you need like approaching death as well to like get that amplification. I don't know how much this was doing for me, but I imagine 30% amplification was doing quite a bit. Yeah, man. What else can I say except wow, that was really fun. Just unfortunate that we didn't get the cursed chest I wanted, but it is what it is. And also I got to show off the rider's transformation as a bike. Like it, and this is also us not paying attention. 2 skulls in this game that had recent discoveries in quotation marks that were just us not paying attention, but the rider being a transformation and having a completely new skill on his bike is something we didn't know for a long time. And I think that's really all I have to say. Double Plague of Stone, very good. Stone of Plague, I got that completely backwards. Golden Sword doing its usual stuff, and you know everything else just kind of came together. Wisp also at the end was pretty good too. Very fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said at the start, Pokemon Emerald Rogue popped off pretty hard, and I didn't expect that to happen. So I do plan on doing more, maybe more than I even intended at the start. I'll keep it to Saturdays for now though, just to kind of give people a chance to dip their toe in the water and feel it out. But also the algorithm I think boosted my first video, so it might not boost the second one. I don't know. We'll see. We're feeling it out right now, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate you guys immensely. Thank you for your run request, even though I couldn't find it at the start. I do apologize for that. And I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.